This is story time. Fuck it. It's going into the middle portion of spring, aka Gemini season, aka it's May 23rd. We're not fully into Gemini, but it's kind of cuspy or whatever. Pretty much, no, it's Gemini season, but it's early. Just gonna tell my story a little bit. A lot of people don't really know too much about me. I'm in Vacaville right now. Vacaville, California, which would be in Spanish, it's Cowtown. I'm not a coward. Far from it. You know what I'm saying? My south node is Taurus, which is bulls. Some bullshit. For the good and the bad. I'm just using that word like generalized, like some bullshit, like some fixated earth type of energies. A lot of things other than just the bull, but allegory-wise, you get the point. I grew up in, also, I was really born in San Francisco, California, or the city. The Warriors, the Golden State, all that shit. Golden Gate Bridge. Most people gonna say, really is known for all the faggots out there, all the gay niggas and shit, all that gay shit, which I'm not about. I don't like how they agendaed and promoted that shit and had parades, and that shit fucks with people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna go into my story and shit. I could talk about really anything. I don't really have to go into shit though. Like, it's my business. But at the end of the day, I'm a fucking baby that came out of vagina. You know what I'm saying? With this man-made world and how it was designed and set up since the day I was born, and who knows what they doing into the hospitals before you even leave the hospital. You get what I'm saying? So let's not get it fucked up. All this shit is like a lab experiment, pretty much. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. I was born in the summertime, aka cardinal, Cancer season, cardinal water. So I'm like a double Cancer, sun and moon, and then I'm a Gemini ascendant. So, I got Mercury. I'm not gonna go into my whole chart right now, but always been cool, calm, reserved, because I forget shit. My mom tells me, ain't really my actual mom, because you got spiritual family, and then you got neighbors and shit kind of play out people that you might be around in your physical, what you think logically is your family here and shit like that, neighbors, friends. A lot of these people are your spiritual friends and shit. That's not your real family and shit. Especially if y'all don't think the same and all kind of stuff. Or sometimes they do. It's just, you gotta be inclined to know on a percentage level of where you added certain energies and where you maybe didn't add enough, or, it was retracted, or whatever the case may be. Less than. I don't want to say less than, but just, you didn't add. There's areas you did add to, and then there's areas you didn't add as much. Pretty much. Excuse me, words and shit. I got a Mercury in my 12th house, so putting words and sentences sometimes together, I get a little flustered at times because I know what the fuck I'm trying to think and say. But I kind of get a little jumbled. I get a little scattered. Just because it's like Mercury's in a house, in the 12th house that, don't really want to be there. It's a square house, so as far as like the Mercury and like the Pisces energy and like the subconscious, think about your subconscious. That shit is motherfucking, that shit ain't got no words or no thought process. You know what I'm saying? That shit is just happening in life, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, sometimes it takes like some experiences, Sagittarius, which would be the opposite of Gemini, and then also like the masculine side of Jupiter, since Pisces is the feminine side of Jupiter, receding and all that intuition and, watery good stuff with the Neptunian and shit. Expanding, you know what I'm saying, spirituality, faith, beliefs, creativity, imagination, like wanting to learn and shit, like all kind of stuff. Art, you know what I'm saying, a lot of creative people are Pisces, you know what I'm saying, a lot of artists and shit. Shout out to all the Pisces and shit like that. Shout out to all the Geminis and shit. Shout out to everybody, man. Everybody's like who they are, you know what I'm saying? It's not like nobody's better than the other. It's like we all make this body and shit. So it's like, what body are you a part of? We can get to that at some point. We get the shadow government body, the God body. So ever since I was little too, I was always like, where the fuck is this God everybody's talking about? You know what I'm saying? I didn't really. I was open. I was always open. I never was just convinced on one idea. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like, okay, there is a God, and then I wasn't like, there isn't a God. I was always just trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I was like, but I knew for sure. I was like, okay, well, I don't see no, whatever they explaining that some God, well, really, I later found out, previous years and whatnot, up to this point, their shit is like, okay, there's concepts that people misinterpreted out of the Bible over time, and other religious texts, which were all just the same shit as far as like some astrology shit. The niggas that really wrote these texts, them niggas knew, like, they was observing shit, you know what I'm saying, living life and studying transits and cycles and all that good stuff as far as seasons and what the fuck is happening at this time of the year, and then we go through these kind of thoughts and feelings and so forth. Yeah, so it's like, and then so it's like you start to, this was somebody trying to figure out their own mind and, you know what I'm saying, who the fuck they are and shit, right? As we all are doing. So it's like, all this extra shit about some God floating around and Jesus, like, people think these are actual things, like people and stuff, like calling God a he and him and all that, like giving God human characteristics. This is all lostness, right? So I was always trying to figure that out, but it's like I knew inside of me, but I didn't have the correct correspondences yet and shit like that. Shout out to Dolo the Pilot Man, Uriel, before I get off of that point. But I was always thinking, like, where the fuck is it? Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Open to this. I didn't just, like, you know what I'm saying, outrule shit. But I was always like, something ain't adding up. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's these niggas at? Pretty much, I was like, okay, people got, okay. So I'm thinking maybe it's some shit that ain't got a body, but like, I was thinking, why would they? The heat, you know what I'm saying? I was always somewhere in the back of my head, there was like alarms ringing, like, okay, but where is he then? You know what I'm saying? Some he and him and shit. Okay, then why the fuck would this God, he or she, whatever the fuck, be allowing all this shit to be going on in the world, right, that I was experiencing in my own life, such as like my brother being autistic and crazy shit going on in the household, to the point where I didn't know if my life was going to be, you know what I'm saying? Now that's a victim mentality. Maybe I should have been fighting back. I'm a small little kid, bro, fighting an autistic, retarded, you know what I'm saying? Retardedly strong motherfucker, terrorizing me and my mom, and that's a different conversation. Here and there, that wasn't always the case. It was just like, you know, a lot of shit going on in my life, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've seen niggas run down the street shooting guns and shit. I just seen, I didn't have teachers tell me I couldn't go to the bathroom when I was in elementary. You know what I mean? When I was in school, first grade and shit, I had to go use the restroom. It was almost the end of recess. This was at McKinley Elementary School. I'm snitching on him right now. I'm trying to die. McKinley Elementary School, San Francisco, California. I forgot what the street was. Some white lady. Well, I don't want to say some white lady, but some pale skin, some pale complexion lady. You know, some lady with some lighter skin, stupid. She wasn't light skinned, but she was like the lightest skin that you could be, possibly, maybe. She wasn't albino, but she was like, you know, she was probably tan. Whatever, some white bitch. I got a witness. If he's still around, he's in, you know, if you ever see this video, he's out there. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But niggas had to go use the, you know what I'm saying? This lady told us we couldn't go to use the restroom. It's almost the end of recess. You can hold it. You can hold it. Like, my mom should have fucking sued the school. Like, you get what I'm saying? This is the fucking narkiest fucking world. Oh my gosh, bro. I should have a fucking check right now, bro. But yet, I got in trouble. Because I went and peed on the wall. In the corner. You know what I'm saying? It was actually very, very intelligent. We didn't just pee in front of all the other kids. We go peed on the wall in the corner. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Nigga went, did his thing. I peed on the wall. You know what I'm saying? That was it. Somebody snitched. Or something. You know what I'm saying? I got in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Or something. About my mom, or I don't even remember if I got in trouble with this. I don't know what the fuck happened with the school. Anyways, that was just one of my many stories. You know, I was a good kid, bro. I wasn't like, I was kind of like, I guess I was some bad shit. I was balanced, you know what I'm saying? Logically, I was like, man, I gotta take a piss. I'm not gonna pee on myself. You know what I'm saying? The homie Cheese at the time, he kind of, I'm not gonna say he led me, but I was like, all right, yeah, so at least I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not by myself. Yeah, on this, you know, some real Gemini shit. This was a whole Gemini experience. I was like, all right, well, at least, you know what I mean? If I go down, somebody's going with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least if I get caught, all right, or whatever. I wasn't even thinking that, but I'm like, man, all right, I gotta take a piss. I'm gonna go to take a piss. Don't mind, I already at a young age, you fucks. Bitch trying to tell me I gotta go to the restroom. That's diabolical. How you gonna tell? How old was I? I don't even know. 7, 6 years old, 8, whatever age I was. How you gonna tell some first grader? Like, how you gonna tell a kid they can't go use the restroom because you don't want to do your job? You know what I'm saying? Or you had to watch all the other kids and you weren't doing your job. But what was the solution to that? She wouldn't just let us go by herself. We asked her, like, well, we can just go. She's like, no. You could wait. You got 10 more minutes. What? You gonna tell me I gotta hold it for 10 minutes, bro? What? I'm a still new developing child in this world, and my organs ain't even developed sufficiently yet. You wouldn't tell me I gotta hold my piss for 10 minutes? Are you, bitch? I'm not even human. You know what I'm saying? I was already thinking I'm not human already as a kid. Like, I just didn't have the words and but I already knew it. I'm like, is you fucking crazy? I just didn't want, yeah. I looked at her like that, like, are you fucking crazy? I was like, are you serious? Or I said something like, well, but I gotta go use the restroom. But what if I pee I was like, but what if I pee on my pants? The bitch gave no fucks. Yet, somehow, my 70-year-old mother right now, stupid, bro. Like, she's struggling right now. She could have a check right now. You know what I'm saying? She could have sued the school or something, bro. You don't tell it, like, there was no other, like, well, that's traumatic. Shit like that fucks people up. You get what I'm saying? Shit like that fucks with people. You know what I'm saying? Now I grow up with a whole chip on my shoulder just because of against authority figures and shit. My dad was already not around. My dad was barely already around. You know what I'm saying? Mercury in the 12th house. His ass was gone. He a Gemini. That nigga's in the air. That nigga was not around. I still, to this day, I don't know where this nigga's at. I seen him a few times here and there. But it was like he wasn't even really there, though. He was never really there. You know what I'm saying? Any moments in my life, if he was ever around, he was never really there. If you a Gemini or you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know, or any air signs really. Really any sign, but like in a certain way, I'm talking about like Geminis right now, air signs and shit. Like, nigga, are you here right now? Like you're here, but you're not. So that was my dad, father. Can't even claim people. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit! I should have got some fucking water. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Growing up in the city, it's like there's so much I can fucking say. It take too long. I guess I want to talk about. Oh, I got this goddamn vehicle, this spaceship, because it was fucking really like months in the really years, if not years. Last time I had a spaceship vehicle, fucking years ago. I done drove other people's vehicles and shit, but my own shit, I ain't had one since like 2000 fucking, what was it? 2000 fucking, like 2015 or something, 16, 14, one of those, 14, 15 or 16. I ain't have a vehicle since then. like since I was like, you know what I'm saying, right out of high school and shit. I ain't had a vehicle. That's crazy. Shows you what kind of person I, you know what I'm saying? Shows you kind of like individual I am, bro. I've been on buses. Like I said, I've been in other people's whips. Whether I was the passenger or I drove that shit. I've been in all kind of Ubers and shit, like, hey, that people paid for me, or it's like I got all kind of stories. I'll just say this one story. I hope some dudes in Vegas, it was they had me do like a certain little like side mission to get them maple syrup from the store. And they paid me like $400 to do the whole thing. It took like some time because it was kind of retarded, but like shit. I just sold a dude a lot. I just sold a nigga some. I was getting this really when I was doing this shit. I was getting this. I was like, man, I'm getting this shit. Tired of being outside. I really gave up a bunch of shit too that I cared about. I didn't have time to sell it or try to do it. Sold him some, like, he must have been a tweaker. He would walk by like, hey, you got some, just, yeah, he was a tweaker. He said, well, at least you got a lighter or a torch? I'll buy it. I need one bad. He's like, I need one bad. What? I'm like, cause I already know what the fuck you know what I'm saying? I already had, like, I got an extra. Or I'll come across one or something. He's like, I'll buy it. $100. I'm like, for real? He pulled out the $100. I gave him the fucking lighter. I'm like, here. This is a lighter I found on the bus in LA. I'm in North Hollywood. Dude walked by and gave me $100 for a lighter. That I had to use it towards getting this, but it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. Like, what? Like, who the fuck does it? Like, who experiences that? Yeah, I'll just drink a little bit. Alright, let me go into alright. Like, where do I start? Like, it's really been my whole life. You know what I'm saying? It's really been my whole life. Like, the build up to certain shit. Like, it's been everything. Like, I played basketball. I could really dunk. I probably still can if I like really stretch and, you know what I'm saying? Work out and stuff. Just gonna get back in bed. So I don't like dunking another man's balls. I had to come to that conclusion. Playing or shooting, handling, it's like, what the fuck? It's all witchcraft. So So that's what I realized. All this shit is witchcraft. So I was like, man, before I can just keep going, which I know I'm gonna keep going, like, but in their shit, like, that shit is finished. It's like, I've been knew this. Like, it's the world, like, had to catch up. Nothing wrong still with these positions and shit, but it's like we gotta redo shit. That's a different conversation. That shit already happened. People already starting to sound like you. And even me. Even this dude was talking about you and shit. Talking about you and shit. So I know I'm kind of bouncing around. Y'all gonna have to forgive me. If anybody ever even watches my shit. I really don't. You know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck? I get shadow man and shit. That's really what it be like. Maybe I just look like I don't make sense to people or something. I'd like to meet people in real life. That would be like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm about. And then I meet people in real life. I realize, yeah, nobody ain't shit. Just like me. Yeah, like nobody ain't shit. Just based upon the way the world is set up. Then what? Then it's like, then what? Nobody. It's like people can't even deal with that kind of reality. They so like ingrained into the indoctrinations. Just the world itself, like as a collective, is indoctrinated. Because that's based upon how we all kind of like fell and shit. Fell for another man and woman's trick. This other little group of spirits, they little like legion, they God, and little like fake ass airman, fake ass golem, create problems just to solve them. Weird ass shit, faggot, insecure little dick energies and. Alright, bro, real quick. Pretty much, I was like in Vegas. Alright, first I was in LA. I gotta backtrack and shit. Alright, let me just go back to Vegas. 2023. Now, why was I in Vegas? I gotta really go in, because it's just some shit. Damn, this is gonna take some time. I might have to write this down and tell this story after I write it down, because it's a lot. Alright, I'll make some key points from here real quick. LA. I was with. Wait. The summer. Okay, well, I was in Tucson. Okay, remember. Alright, let me go back to Vegas. What year was that? Bro, this is like a whole story, really. Like, I could really go into some shit. Like, y'all don't understand. Alright, Vegas, what was that? 2022? Yeah. Where was I at before that? It was the end of Vegas. I mean, the end of 2022. Like, November or some shit. Going into December. Like, late November. I had like $600 left. I was working and shit. Parking lot job. It was just too cold for me to keep standing around and shit. I'm like, not really even a worker like that. I'm double cancer, sun and moon. I initiate. I don't stand around and be fixated. I could do that. I have fixed, you know what I'm saying? This world's fixated and shit. Like, but in my nature, I initiate. Like the water, like a river, like the ocean, like, more like a river or something. Or ocean, yeah, some type of ocean. Beach or something, yeah, a little beach. So, I was like, man, speaking of beaches, took my $600. I probably had a little bit more, but, you know, I be smoking weed and shit. That's been my only little problem. Buying weed from the dispensary, not just growing my own weed, because I ain't had nowhere to do it. Maybe that's an excuse I'm telling myself. There's all kind of possibilities, so that's a limitation, really. But in some aspect, I didn't get around to growing weed somewhere at a spot of my own. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, 2022. I went to Hawaii. Changed my life. Out there, I lost my motherfucking everything. Everything I had. Document, music, photos. I had a hard drive, just a bunch of shit. Like, everything I put on my hard drive. And then, like, the computer. Like, everything, bro. Anything I had on me, like, that I still got some shit out here in the storage, my mom's storage, but some important shit that I had on me, you know what I'm saying? It was gone. It's gone. And I know I'm a creator, like, so I know I can keep creating, but it's like the fucked up part about it is like, we know how to create real good, but we don't know how to put depth to shit. We're bad at that. So we be trying to transmute shit, you know what I'm saying? Cause you can't really destroy energy. It only could be transformed or transmuted or, you know what I mean, carried on. But you're not going nowhere. So, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of what life is about, you know? Like cleaning up. Because this is the death realm. So, like, your life already happened. So whatever you experiencing is like where your mind is at. You know what I'm saying? At any given moment, but like, really, because it's all now, but it's like, a lot of that shit already happened though. It's kind of finished. So you could think no, it's like whoever you are to some degree, like, you can always change. At the end of the day, like, whoever you are now is kind of like, you know what I'm saying? This is what you made for yourself, at least for now. Unless you want to change that. how you go about doing that is, shit, you might be able to do some new shit that changes the world and help people change themselves. You know what I'm saying? By trying to help yourself and change yourself in some type of way, you might fuck around and create some new shit to help change everybody. My hair looking crazy right now. Looks like kind of spooky. Look like a painting. Not a painting, but like I got boomboxes. I got microphone in. Got Stein. Einstein. Pretty much what I was saying though. Hawaii, lost a bunch of shit. Yeah, lost all my shit. I was out there for like 2 weeks without a phone. You know what I mean? 2 weeks without a phone, bro. Like, there's really ain't shit to do in Hawaii either. Like, I ain't never been the type to sell drugs and do stupid shit. So when you're, like, you know what I'm saying? When you're kind of in that space, it's only like, I'm gonna do some creative shit. But then everybody else is like, getting high and shit. It's like weird. You know what I'm saying? So it's like how do you, it's hard not to be a demon in a room full of demons. So you kind of got to be a demon a little bit. Otherwise everybody gonna look at you straight. Like, what the fuck? And not even just that, life ain't even gonna get, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be going against the grain in all kind of ways. Planting bad seeds and shit. So it's like, sometimes it's not about good or bad. It's about you planting the right seeds and for your own life. Whatever kind of thoughts and feelings you trying to grow. Or whatever kind of mentality, you know, whatever kind of kids you kind of have. Like, what kind of kids you trying to have? I got a daughter. Like, you ain't even tell me nothing. So, I done overindulged too much in the food and shit. Like, stole food. I done stole shit out the store. Like, I don't even like the word steal or stole because I don't feel like I stole anything. I hate those words. I'm not a thief, but I had to acquire some shit on my own because sometimes you gotta do. I done paid for shit. I done paid money and I done not paid money. The fuck? Either way, I'm getting the shit. All right, I think we need to have a new conversation about fucking life at this point. You know what I'm saying? I guess I need to make my own clothes. But are they gonna let me do that? See, that's a different conversation. I'm talking about like from scratch. I ain't got my own goddamn what's they call that? Cotton. You need cotton. Don't get me started. Clothing made with cotton. Don't get me started. You niggas buy t-shirts made with cotton. You're already working in the field. Why are you paying for the cotton that you working to like extract for the master, so the master could then make you a t-shirt that you just picked all the cotton and shit. Now you got the t-shirt made with all the cotton that you just picked. That you could have just did on your own. Like, wait, I could have just picked all the cotton and not gave none of it to you, bitch, and make my own shirt. Oh, but ours says Nike. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, I like that. That sounds better. working, you know what I'm saying? They got you working in the field, picking the cotton, slaving. You know what I'm saying? You get like some money. You get like some like little token, some like plantation money. Yeah, you get like some plantation funds. You get a little EBT card or something. You know what I mean? Like fuck, and then you gotta give it right back to the. Like I just said, you pick the cotton, then you know what I'm saying? Oh, you want to buy a little like t-shirt or something? $10. You know what I'm saying? And they got their name on it, Nike or something, like Google or something. Dior, like something stupid, like probably like fucking Balenciaga. A Balenciaga like connoisseur. You know what I mean? You just slaved all day in the field for. And you gonna take some of that and go spend 1,000 of those. Knowing you got kids and shit, family and that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all all slaving and shit. TP out. Yeah, it's like, come on, bro. You gonna give it all right back to them for the goddamn it just don't add up. Like you tell me, I just picked all the cotton. You know what I'm saying? Then you gonna like sell me a shirt with this shit with these little objects this token shit that you just gave me for the time and effort. So it's kind of hard to equate that. I could have died on the job. You know what I'm saying? So, but yet, okay, you kind of devaluing me. You know what I'm saying? I'm already devalued since I'd be a slave working in the field. So it's just in this context, because I know I ain't a slave. But the world is like slave itself. So it's like by default, I'm kind of like, I'd rather be a slave for God at least. You got slaves in the field busting their ass, man. Picking all that cotton, giving it to slave master. Slave master turn around and make shirts. Like, here. Pay me this shit that I just gave you. I'll give you this shirt. Yes, I'm so confused. Give me the shit that I just handed you. Give me the little stuff with the slices. It looks like salad, little piece of paper stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna go coin. Yeah. And here's the meaning and reasons behind it, why it's important. And equal to the time that you just gave me for your. Yeah, I'm finna cut this short. I'm getting drowsy. This world got me fucked up.